Hey everybody, how's it going? Hey Norman. I'm actually painting down at this end where I've put all my plaster and all that. So just thought I'd get a little bit done and then I can after that I can start scenicking it. Yep, mud. This is my mud, so oh thanks. Yeah. I'm actually going to when I do the ceiling, it's going to be light blue as well, so the whole thing's going to be that same color. That's the benefit of building a room, especially for your trains, because then you can make it whatever color you want. Yeah, I saw there wasn't many. The only other live stream on right now was Jack. So you can either watch Jack or come watch me paint. He's got a good thing going though on his layout. I like watching him sometimes. Yeah, he just runs trains all day, even when he's at work. Yeah, especially when I take photographs. I can go up pretty high with it. I've just got to find. I'm just gonna have to put some tape or something over the seams to hide those and the screws and washers. Hey, Steve. I don't know where Roy is. He's looking for what show? Watching paint dry? Yeah, this is a little ditch in here, so this will get some water after I put latex paint on it and seal up the end. I can pour some water in it. Of course, all of Louisiana roads have ditches next to them on one or both sides. And in the spring, they're full of crawdads. Hey, Roy, how's it going? Hey, John. Yeah, I just decided since there were, nothing really scheduled as a live stream, once again, just to hang out in the train room. And maybe if a few people wanted to hang out with me, that's pretty cool. And I know Roy likes watching paint dry, so. Go. That part's done. Well, that's pretty cool, Steve. I wish I could have a milkshake. I have to drop 10 or 100 pounds, though, so it's hard to to get a milkshake. Drink one when you're trying to do that. I think this will look even a little better once I get it all painted a solid color. Then I can start landscaping. 75. I don't think it got that hot here today. Because it's been raining all day. I don't think it got above at about 65 or 6 here today. It's been dark and dreary. It's like Pacific Northwest weather here today, Steve. Just been raining all day. Let's see. So, Norman, I think Louisiana mud is, yeah, it's brown, but it's red too. So we got a lot of that red clay here in Louisiana too. Well, I'm in Texas now, but I'm not far from Louisiana where I grew up. So only 60 miles. So it's you get dark brown mud, but you get that red clay too. You know, that gets. But I figured this dark brown's just a good base color because you can, you know, just to hide the white or the pink foam, and it'll, you know, then I can put some good ground cover on it. Won't have to worry if there's the odd spot showing. Despite the color, it dries a lot darker than and a lot less red. It looks kind of chocolatey now, but it dries this color. I've been doing some ballasting too, but I don't know if I'll do any tonight. I've been trying to just do 3 feet at a time, just because I hate ballasting. And so I figure if I just do 3 feet at a time, you know, or about 3 feet every day, I'll that'll be good. I'll still have all my track ballasted in a few months if I do that. So. But the worst thing I hate ballasting is a yard, because that's it's just solid ballast, you know, with weeds growing up through it, and it so you have to some degree get the ballast in a yard over the ties, but not high enough so it, you know, it's on the inside of the rail so your cars can run. So how much paint is dry? Let's see. Well, this one's getting pretty dry right in here. Should be dry to the touch in about 30 minutes, supposedly, and then completely dry in 2 hours. But I don't know how much this plaster is going to soak up, though. I'm kind of anxious to see how that works. Hey, JT. Yeah. All right. This is what you really have to be careful with over on this side against the wall. I can go a little bit up on the backdrop because the trees and everything I put behind it will hide it a little bit. So, but it's a pain reaching back there. Powdered glue you mix into the ballast. Huh. I'm going to have to find that. Yeah, I've glued up too many turnouts, so I'm kind of leery when it comes to putting ballast around my turnouts. And I always say I'm going to do the back side first, and I always forget. I have to do the back side first because I'm leaning over the workbench here. And if I do the front first, like I'm like this, I get paint all over my shirt. So. I can't finish my track till I get my last few switches. I've got them on order. I've been using microengineering up until this time, but I had to order Walther's switches because microengineering said they weren't going to be doing any more code 83 switches till the middle of summer sometime. So I said, I'm just not waiting that long. And I was short 4 switches. That's what I needed. Actually 5 to finish my layout. Yeah, you're right, JT. It does take a lot of patience. And I don't have patience when it comes to ballasting. Ballasting is something I just want to be done with. And that's unfortunate. I should have more patience, but I don't. A little piece of plaster here that I want to get rid of. There. Where it went. I could just leave some of it white, couldn't I? It'd just be snow. After that snow we got this year, I'm tempted to do it. But I'm trying to set my railroad in early or late summer, rather. September time frame. So around here, it's still close to 100 degrees. Yeah, you're right, JT. Bending over all the time. That's right, Norman. Lots of burnt static grass. You better believe it. So what I'm thinking about doing is over in this area. I don't know if you can see this area or not, but I've got about, I guess, 14 inches to the backdrop, maybe 12. I'm going to put a pasture over here for have cows grazing and stuff like that. So that's why I made it a little flatter over there with just some mild texture to it. And I don't know if I'll extend the pasture all the way across the back or not. I'm just maybe just that corner. I'm not sure yet. I want some kind of scene at the end of my railroad down there. So, when you walk in and look towards the back, you see something that catches your eye. So, hey, Split Rock, how's it going? Yeah, I know, Shay. I have to figure out some way to keep those cows off the track, huh? Hey, Bruce, how's it going? So does anybody else have anything special going on their layout that you're working on? Getting a package ready to ship to Vinny. Yes, Steve, I do want a barbed wire fence. So I haven't looked at the Woodland Scenics one, but I'll take a look at it. I find sometimes that the Woodland Scenic stuff, and let me pull the computer and the camera down a little bit. I find sometimes the Woodland Scenic stuff seems to be a hair oversized every once in a while. Things are thick, and I don't know. I can't describe it, but they look. Even their figures, some of them look almost comical, and I just don't. I don't know why. That's what they look like to me. I did buy bought a little log truck from Woodland Scenics, and the two figures that came with it, just something didn't look right about them. They weren't proportioned correctly. So oh, that's good. Split rock. That's a good idea. LED strips. I am lighting my stuff, but um, I don't know how much it'll be seen because I have no dimmers on my LED or my lights, my ceiling lights. They don't make a switch that's rated for the wattage of those LED lights that I hang on the ceiling. So I just put a normal light switch. A normal light switch works on it, but they don't have a dimmer switch rated for the wattage of the LED lights that I have in here, on my ceiling. So I'm not going to even be able to dim them. They're going to be off or on. And maybe once I get enough lights on the layout that turning them off will be okay. Or maybe I can put some, just like you put some light strips around my fascia or something like that. And then if I turn off the overhead lights, at least I'll have some light around the fascia. So. Well, that's a nice prize for Jack's scratch building contest. I I would like to do it, but I'm just not at a point on my layout where I have the time to do that yet. I'm trying to get this layout at least where I can run trains the full layout, within the next 6 months. And there's just 1,000 things I have to do. Um, I can't believe the amount of work. And there's all these little things that you don't think of. Just down to the point of like, I'm putting shelves under my layout just so I can get the boxes off the top of my layout. I mean, little things like that, there's just, and that in itself doesn't take a lot of time, but if you add up 100 little things like that, then it takes up a lot of time. And the only reason I'm really doing any scenery right now is just because I'm waiting on my switches. So I hope the Walther switches are good, the new ones, because that's what I ordered. Kind of anxious to find out. So there's supposed to be Shinohara switches, the Walthers ones. Supposedly they're all new tooling, though. I don't know. So Roy, I was gonna try to buy some more tankers. I'm lucky I didn't. I thought I didn't have enough, but I ended up finding out I had too many. So and I was going to buy some more, but now there's no way I can buy tankers. The only thing I need right now are wood chip hoppers and the cars that haul the logs. Brain's gone. Pulpwood cars. Alrighty, so at least against the wall's done. And I can focus on this kind of stuff. Yeah, so I've got a two industries on my layout. One's a paper mill, and then I've got a plywood factory too. So that's why I need both those types of cars. So I've got one whole section on the other side devoted to the paper mill, and it's got a wood yard down at this end, and then the paper mill is up at that end. So and so it's it's hard to find pulpwood cars that people don't want to charge an arm and a leg for. I'm shocked at the prices people are wanting for pulpwood cars. Except for the Athearn Blue Box, and even some people are charging outrageous prices for the Athearn Blue Box ones. So I find the Athearn ready to roll, or ready to run when it's ready to roll series. Pulpwood cars are pretty nice, but some people want just outrageous amounts of money for them. So I'll wait till somebody sells it for a decent price, because I've won a couple off of eBay for like $15. So, and some people are wanting to charge $35 and $40, and they're just not. At least to me, they're not worth that much. Yeah, and I don't know why. I don't know why some people are charging so much for their stuff. They think it's I think a lot of people do that on eBay. They think, "Oh, I get a wide audience. I can ask what I want for it." And then they wonder after 3 or 4 months why they don't sell it. I mean, there's things I've been watching on eBay for the last 3 or 4 years that are still there. And I don't understand why people can't understand that their prices are too high. And when you got something on eBay 3 or 4 years, and then if a lot of people, if their price is low enough, then they want to, charge an exorbitant shipping fee, so to make up the difference. So I can't do it, especially when I got to start investing money in other things. I just bought a new NCE system. I bought the smart booster, the 5-amp smart booster, and the wireless or the radio base station, and then a wireless throttle. So that set me back a little bit. Yeah, Roy, I know. That's what I did. I bought too many cars. That's why I had to sell a few, and I really still have too many. Actually, too many box cars is what I have now. I don't want to really sell anymore, but I've got really more than I need. That's a good idea, Split Rock. I'll have to hunt me up some willow trees. I hadn't seen many willow trees. I don't know why. Used to see them a lot more. That's right. They've got good straight branches. And when I was little, my grandparents used them for switches too, and switched my behind. That's what willow trees are really good for. And Roy, those 89 footers, wow, those take up some room too. I've got 3 of them, so they take up a lot of room. And I've got some 60-foot box cars. There was this one hobby shop going out of business over in Shreveport, and I went over there. Everything was 60% off, and I just bought handfuls of box cars. So this, I mean, they're nice, but I think I bought too many. They had a set of Southern Pacific 4 60-footers that were each different road numbers, and I snatched those up real quick because they ended up being like $10 a piece or some ridiculous price. Little holes in the plaster are hard to paint, but I don't have to get them perfect because they're going to be covered by ground cover and grass and stuff. I just didn't want a lot of white showing through because that would have been hard to cover up. Okay. Like I said, I'll have to find some. Hate when I get paint on my ties. Trying to be careful. clean paper towel. It's a good idea making a jig, getting it all the same length. That's a good idea using the stir sticks for the base. Great idea. I have to remember that. Get some plaster pulled up. Got in between the ties. These little things have come in handy. I got these at Hobby Lobby. There's a set of 3 of them. They're just really to shape mold things with, like modeling clay and stuff, and they've really come in handy. Less than 10 years, huh, Roy? I say that about myself. I mean, I might kick the bucket in 10 years. I'd like to get it done before I do. It'd be nice to have a layout that was 95% finished. Yeah. I don't think anything's ever 100%, but Sparky, how's it going? Oh, Sparky's in here. The party's going to begin. Yep, that's right. Norman keeping Robert company. Did I get paint on my face? Really? Are you sure? I know it's on my shirt. I got this this on my shirt the other day when I was painting. So I because I did the front first and then I leaned over, but I'm not doing that this time. I started to, but then I remembered. So now I will. Now we'll get the back first. Some more plaster that needs to be dug out from between my ties. And I got more brown paint on my ties. Hmm. All right. So that entire back area is done. Yay. Yeah, thanks, Sparky. I'm trying. I'm trying to get rid of it. I'm not going out for milkshakes like Steve is. Steve said he was going out for milkshakes. That's the only part I hate painting is up around the track. I'm trying to. Not get any on the ties. Yeah, I don't mind snow either, Sparky, but you're right when you have to drive in it. Well, Split Rock, come to Texas. Well, I would say that, but after this past year, I don't know. Normally, we don't get a foot of snow in Texas. Of course, I didn't mind having a real winter. Kills the bugs. And that's the problem around here are bugs. Mosquitoes and wasps. new paper towels. But I don't have any paint on my forehead. I know better than you guys messing with me. Who do you think I am, Heath? There, I think. Under here, that's already painted. It's getting there. The blow up girlfriend. Yeah, that's rough. Yep. Got all the hard part done. There are spots where it's soaking in, but I'll just, like I said, it didn't have to be perfect over there, but I just don't want any big spots. Yeah, I wanted split rock. I actually wanted part of my railroad just to have a single track running through it. Um, I think if you've got the space, that it's important to do that. So from right here in front of the camera, all the way around and up, probably about halfway, it's just a single track is all it is. I wanted a nice long run of nothing but track. I think if you can cram too much track and sometimes into the space you have. Now I can understand if you're very limited in space, but when you have the space, I think it's really important to have a good long run of track. And I've got a nice big yard, and I've got some good industrial sections. So what better place than to put track than back here? Just let it run. I could say maybe if I have, a pasture back here and even a windmill and a little pond or something. Kind of like a dairy farm. But I think on the other side, what I'm going to do is, because the curve around there is just a single track, not near as long a run as this, but I think over on that side, I'm going to put a cotton field, which were quite prevalent in Louisiana in the 70s. Well, it's not a windmill farm. I'm just going to put a little, a farmer's windmill. Just the little ones that are about, 60 or 70 feet high. Those kinds of windmills. Just one. Hi, Jeff. How are you doing? Yep, that's exactly right, Roy. Yeah, thanks, Split Rock. That's what I'm going for, because I want when people look, like, walk in and look towards the back, I want there to be a scene, something that defines the location. And if you just stuffed it with every inch of track that you could, it would be anywhere. I read a article when I was growing up, and I remember it to this day. It was in Railroad Model Craftsman. It was in the December '76 issue, and the title of the article was "The Scenery's the Thing," and it was about somebody who had a very large model railroad. I mean, like 30 by 60 or something like that, and most of it was scenery. He had trains running through it, but the majority of it was all scenery. So, and it kind of stuck with me, because if the stage isn't set, the actors don't look like they're doing anything real. The actors, in this case, being the trains. So it kind of stuck with me all these years. Yeah, Shay. I could just put those huge windmills and power my layout. Problem is, I'd have to have a little fan in here blowing them. So, yeah, this is looking a lot better painted brown like this. I'm not doing on that side of the road. You can see I've got the road here. I'm not doing anything yet on this side because I kind of want to get, that's going to be a town there, and I want to get the buildings. I want to get the buildings for the town and figure out how I want to lay it out before I do any plastering over on that side. It's not going to be completely flat, but I need some buildings first to kind of plan it. Oh. I'm actually thinking about this area right here, smoothing it out just a little bit more and putting my service station here that I've got. So the service station is kind of on the outskirts of the town.
But to do that, like I said, I'm either going to have to excavate or build up one or the other. So it's a flat area. It's a good idea, Split Rock. I never thought of a fruit or vegetable stand, because you do see them all over. So, yes,
Well, like I said, you know, you said you'd look like a dairy cow, but I do have paint on my shirt. But that's why I started, you know, this time started at the back and worked forward. What I'll do with this, I'll probably come along and do some airbrushing and, you know, more of a dirt color instead of a mud color, and some grass colors, and then lay down some static grass. First some fine foam and then some static grass. Oops, I got an ant in here. He's dead now. He's going to be mixed in with the paint. Better get the exterminator out here and start keeping this place sprayed. So I don't get roaches and spiders and ants and all kinds of stuff in here. If you want to know what color I'm using, I got it at Home Depot, and it's called Bear Rug, B-E-A-R, bear, that kind of bear. I think it's real good for like a base coat like this, because everything starts below the ground with mud, so, you know, or with wet dirt. Unless you're in a drought. And then maybe some dry dirt on top of that, and then some grass. And there'll be places too where I have that red clay, because that's so prevalent here. Especially when I get to my drop down over there, because it's going to be simulating going over the Red River. And the Red River got its name because of that red clay that's in it. And if the water gets really churned up around the Red River storms and stuff, you can see how red it is.
Yep, that's a good idea. I I go out to places around here and get dirt and use dirt on my layout. I have a real fine sieve that I sift it with, and then put it in the oven, just to kill, if there are any living organisms in it. There probably aren't, but that would kill them. So it's clean dirt when I use it. My fascia doesn't look great with the front because I don't have a fascia on it. I will one day, once I get trains running. I'm probably going to use some of that hardboard, that 1/8 inch stuff, and just put about a foot so it's above and a little below the layout. I want it above because I don't want, in some spots, trains falling off. It'll probably come up, even with the top of this road here. You can't see it. Probably come up even with the top of that road and then down to about here. So maybe 8 inches, 8 to 10 inches. So it looks like a mess now, but hopefully one day it won't. It's funny how this in spots, this paint just soaks into the plaster. And you still see white on top. Just little spots all over. Not everywhere. It's kind of funny. I said it doesn't have to be perfect, but you don't want any large spots of white showing. All right. Just here. There we go. And I think I'm done with this area. Good. Well, like I say, I can start doing some scenery work around here. Getting some trees and flowers and bushes and all that kind of fun stuff in there. What? Moonshine behind the vegetable stand. Now this ain't Tennessee, man. You know, nobody made moonshine in Louisiana. All right, let's see if I can get some of this paint out of the rim here. So, while I have a captive audience of 9 people, how many people are going to go to my Teespring site and buy a t-shirt or a coffee mug? If you do, I did not. If you do go to my Teespring account, use the discount code of CROW. We'll give you 5% off. Remember that. Of course, I don't know. I mean, I've got the margin set so low. I might that might put it below what any profit I'm making. If I painted my watch band though, then I'll have to buy a new watch band. So y'all have to go to and buy a shirt from me, so I can afford the new watch band. No moonshine. You got to be kidding me. Now, do I have my hammer? So, use my hammer to close my paint can. There we go. Nice. Now I got everything sealed up. I will take this inside later and wash it. All I need to do is pick this up and roll it up. And then it's trash. See you, Roy. Bobby Bouchard. Well, see you, Split Rock. I guess I'm going to wrap it up here. I got this whole area painted that I wanted to. So that's going to be, looks like it's about done. So now I can start, when it dries tomorrow, I can start doing some, laying some scenery and see what it looks like. I don't want to get too much because I got to paint the backdrop. So I might just experiment in a couple areas, see what it looks like.
All right, Steve, you take it easy, everybody. Thanks for joining me and keeping me company while I was out here painting. And I guess I'll see you Tuesday. See you Tuesday for On Track Tuesday. See you, John.